Hi everyone, I'm Barkha Dutt and you're watching The Mojo Story, our independent digital platform that does a deep dive into some of the biggest stories of our time. On the program today, the mystery of Karima Baloch. For those of you who remember, in December 2020, towards the end of the month, a Baloch activist by the name of Karima Baloch died mysteriously in Toronto. Let's bring up her pictures now. Many of you would have followed this story and you would have remembered that this is somebody who spoke up. She was a Pakistani dissident. She spoke up very, very passionately for the cause of Balochistan. And she was suddenly found mysteriously dead. After that, what has unraveled has added to the mystery. Her body was brought back to Pakistan, taken to her home village, but she was buried while keeping her family and friends at a distance. In fact, her brother went on record to say that while Baloch activists have often been abducted while still alive, this was the first instance of a Baloch activist's body being abducted. How do we understand what happened with Karima Baloch and what is the message to other dissidents? Let's bring on the program two women dissidents, two women activists who are both outside of Pakistan, who are going to tell us a little more about this case and the message it sends to them. Let me introduce them one by one. We're joined on the program by Professor Naela Qadri, who's a well-known Baloch activist. She's with the Baloch People's Congress. Welcome. And we're also joined by Kaiskashan Haider, who's a human rights activist. And welcome to both of you. Naela, I'll start with you. You know, when you look at this story of what happened to Karima, we still don't know. And for a long time, nobody was ready to speak. We just know that she was a very prominent voice of your movement. She lived in Canada like you do. And one day she went out for a walk and she never came back home. And subsequently, even the way she has been buried, even the way her last rites were performed has all been shrouded in mystery. Her family is complaining that her body was quite literally abducted. How do you see this? And do we have any idea what happened to Karima, how she died? Tell us a little bit more about her.
Thank you, Barkha-ji. Thanks for your support and your passion and your interest. Actually, as a bold woman voice, I think you are related to the cause. Women of the world, we all are related to the same cause that women are always suppressed. Their voice is always suppressed. It's not seem that people are accepting us to stand for our rights, especially the state, the so-called Islamic State of Pakistan. They are not ready to accept Baloch as humans. They have made us others. And second is Karima Baloch was a very strong voice. For me, it's just like a farmer's fruit is just ripe and prepared and then burnt out. So for me, it was my future, and like she was a rose of our movement. And what happened is, like when she was in United Nations with us, and when she was speaking in Canada, in Balochistan, she her voice, they think that they have stopped a voice, they have stopped she was just like a source of light for Baloch women. What
Let
happened?
me let me ask you this. How do you think she died? How do you think she died? There's
Yeah.
never been an explanation for how she actually died.
From the day first, our position is that she is assassinated, she is killed. Her murder is a political murder, and state of Pakistan and secret agencies of Pakistan are responsible for her cold-blooded murder. And what happened is, she was abducted and she was missing for like more than um, 20 hours. And after that, her body was found in a lake. And police, even in Toronto police, we have rejected their report. They are not showing the autopsy, but they are showing the first postmortem report, and they're saying that it's just drowning. And I mean, drowning is not how she was thrown in the lake. Was she dead at that time or alive? but it's a murder. And for us, it's not a mystery. Before her, like few months before her, our another colleague in Sweden was found in a river in Uppsala River, and same. The police is not able to see any scars on the body, but there are so many ways they have. Um, and then
You're
her
saying it's not a mystery. You're saying it's not a mystery.
for
What is your basis to believe? Because you've made a very strong statement. You've said the state of Pakistan is responsible for Karima Baloch's murder. Two questions there. Do you have evidence that you could place before the international community? One. And two, why would she be targeted?
number one, as why how we can say it, like she was receiving threats, and there was a threat that you will get a Christmas gift very soon, and just before Christmas we received the gift. Okay. And the threats were there, and she was the surveillance was there, and there was uh, she was discussing it with us, and we both were have discussed it, that we are receiving threats and they want to silence us. And the second thing is, um, why they did it, because one by one they are trying to stop us, because we are going to form a Baloch government in exile very soon. And we all are working on it, and we are trying to bring all the Baloch groups closer, all the Baloch leadership closer, and to establish a Baloch government in exile. And
And
they
you're not worried that this death that you call a murder at the hands of the Pakistani state is basically sending a message to people like yourselves, to Naela, you, to Kaiskashan, to others in the dissident space, to say if you do this, you could face the same fate.
most welcome. We are born for
Most
this.
welcome.
Most welcome. They can't stop us. Like today, Karima is more stronger than she was before. They can kill us, they can physically stop our voices, but they cannot kill our mission. Because before this Baloch liberation movement, it's 180 years we are in struggle. Before us it was there, and after us it will be. It's going more and more stronger. It's becoming more and more stronger. We will not stop until liberation. We will not.
Let me ask both of you a question, but first share a little story. I remember before Benazir Bhutto went back to Pakistan from Dubai, I happened to interview her, and it was one of her last interviews. Soon after that, she goes back. She's first attacked egregiously, and then of course she's assassinated. But in that interview, she actually told me that she did not think that once she went back to Pakistan, she would live. The point is that it's Kehkashan, let me ask you this. What is it that makes Pakistanis who take on the deep state literally be willing to risk their lives?
Thank you so much, Barkha, for giving me opportunity to come in your program and discuss all these issues what is going on currently right next to your house. Because first thing you can say, both countries, they are right next to each other, and whatever Pakistan is doing, especially the deep state issue is going on in Pakistan, we can see as a proof. We have Musharraf's interviews. He openly claimed wherever, whenever we want to, we can kill the people, and nobody can able to blame us. We're going to do such a neat and clean job. So this is continuously going on, and they are producing and promoting the terrorism, and nobody is really stopping them, and they are making more and more money because of this terrorism. They are just like OLX, सब कुछ बिकता है, पाकिस्तान में सब कुछ बिकता है. It's just like that. So everything, even if I can challenge you, if you want
जब आप कहती हैं सब कुछ बिकता है, थोड़ा विस्तार से खुल के बताइए आपका क्या मीनिंग है इससे?
میرا اس سے مطلب یہ کہ پاکستان کی آرمی جو کہتی ہے کہ جی ہم پاکستان کے سپاہی ہیں, پاکستان کو ڈیفینڈ کرتے ہیں, یا ہم اسلام کے سپاہی ہیں, یہ کچھ بھی نہیں ہے. یہ صرف کرائے کہ آپ خریدنا چاہیں تو میں برکھا آپ کو چیلنج کرتی ہوں کہ آپ مجھے کوئی بھی رینک بتائیں کسی آفیسر کا, کہ کرنل ہو, جنرل ہو, میجر ہو, بریگیڈیئر ہو, کوئی بھی ہو, آپ مجھے بتائیں کہ آپ کس کو خریدنا چاہتی ہیں. پرائس رائٹ ہونا چاہیے. اس کے بعد کیا ہوگا کہ آپ ایک مانگیں گی, میں آپ کو 2 خرید کے دے سکتی ہوں. ان کا کوئی دین ایمان نہیں ہے, ان کا کچھ نہیں ہے. اور یہ جس طرح سے یہ اپنے آپ کو اتنا پاورفل بنا چکے, اتنا اسٹرانگ بنا چکے, اور اس کے پیچھے پورا چائنا کھڑا ہوا ہے, پورا چائنا ان کو سپورٹ کر رہا ہے. ڈرگس یہ بیچتے ہیں, ہیومن آرگنس یہ سیل کرتے ہیں. یہ جس طرح سے وومن اس وقت سب سے بڑا ایشو وہاں پہ خواتین کو یہ بیچا جا رہا ہے, وہ بیچ رہے ہیں. تو آپ ہر طرح کا جو گندا ہے, دھندا ہے پر گندا ہے, یہ ہر چیز میں انوالو ہے, اور پیسے بنانے کے لیے, اور اپنے آپ کو اتنا اسٹرانگ کر چکے. آپ کے انڈیا کے کوئی بھی فوجی, آپ کو جنرل کرنل وہ ریٹائر ہوں گے, آپ کو کہیں باہر ادھر ادھر محلوں میں اور مینشنز میں رہتے ہوئے نہیں ملیں گے. مگر ان کے پورے یہ آئلینڈز خریدتے ہیں, پورے آئلینڈز خرید کے اوورسیز میں اتنے مزے سے رہتے ہیں. ان کو کسی کی کوئی زندگی کی پرواہ نہیں ہے. انہیں نے جو ایک اتنا بڑا یہ پورا ایک سیٹ اپ بنایا ہوا ہے پراکسیز لڑنے کے لیے, انہیں نے کشمیر کا ایشو کھڑا کیا ہوا ہے کہ پورے ملک کا بجٹ بھی کھا گئے ہیں. پورے ملک کے ہر پاکستان میں کہا جاتا, آپ پاکستان کہتے ہیں اس کو, لیکن پاکستان میں رہنے والے اس کو پاکستان نہیں کہتے, اس کو ریپستان کہتے ہیں, اس کو ناپاکستان کہتے ہیں, اس کو غائبستان کہتے ہیں. انہیں نے سوائے اس کے یہی مستقل بار بار چل رہا ہے, اور اس کو اسٹاپ کرنا بہت ضروری ہے.
پر آپ ایک بات بتائیے, ابھی ہم نے حال میں دیکھا کہ ڈینیل پرل جن کا اسیسینیشن ہوا تھا, ان کے کلرز کو اکویٹل ملا, کنوکشن نہیں ملی. ہم دیکھ رہے ہیں کریمہ بلوچ کے ساتھ کیا ہوا ہے. میں یہی سوال میں نائلہ قادری سے کرنا چاہوں گی, that where you had Musharraf implicated in the Bukti murder, you have Daniel Pearl's killers go free, you have Benazir Bhutto's killers still at large. What is the basis for women like yourselves to actually keep hope? آپ کس بنیاد پر اپنی امید زندہ رکھتی ہیں؟
دیکھیں, یہ آپ یہ جو جن کے بتا رہے ہیں کہ یہ فری ہو گئے, ایکوٹ ہو گئے, ان کے جو مرڈرز کیے اس لیے ہو گئے کہ جو پاکستان کی فوج ہے, جو پاکستان کی آرمی ہے اور انٹیلیجنس ایجنسیز ہیں, انہی نے مرڈر کیا ہے. یہی کورٹس کو ڈکٹیٹ کرتی ہیں, اور یہی پاکستان کا سارا سسٹم چلاتی ہیں. یہ جو کہکشان جان نے کہا بہت نائسلی انہوں نے رکھا کہ یہ کرائے کے قاتل ہیں اور یہ ٹھگ ہیں, ان کو کہیں بھی مل سکتا ہے, جو جاب مل جائے یہ کر لیتے ہیں. تو ہماری جو ہوپس ہیں وہ ہمیں پتا ہے کہ ایک روشنی اور اندھیرے کی جو لڑائی ہے اس میں روشنی جیتے گی, اور ہم سمجھتے یہی ہیں کہ یہ پاکستان نے جو اپنی ایکسپائری ڈیٹ ہے وہ پوری کر لی ہے. یہ ایک برٹش پروجیکٹ تھا, اور وہ پروجیکٹ جو ہے انٹرنیشنلی جو اس کی ریزنز تھیں جو انہوں نے یہاں رکھا تھا پاکستان کو, انڈیا کو کمزور کرنے کے لیے اور سوویت یونین کو روکنے کے لیے, گرم پانی میں آنے کے لیے. تو رشیا آلریڈی گرم پانی پہ آ چکا ہے. اس وقت رشیا اور چائنا دونوں نے بلوچ جو پورٹس ہیں ان پہ قبضہ کر لیا ہے, اور ایران کے اور پاکستان دونوں کے سپورٹ سے, اور وہ ملٹری بیسز بنا رہے ہیں. تو وہ مسئلہ تو اب برٹش کے یا امریکہ کے کنٹرول میں رہا بھی نہیں ہے.
Naela, there's a question for you from Prabjeet Singh. I'm wondering, maybe he lives in Canada. He says on Karima Baloch's death, which you say is a political murder, the Canadian police acknowledged the concerns around Karima Baloch's death, but stated that they had found no evidence of foul play. They concluded that her death was non-criminal. But you say that she had expressed a specific fear to you for her life. You believe that she was murdered. Did you or your compatriots in the movement sort of place any of this evidence or testimonies before Canadian authorities, and what has been their response to it so far?
Yeah, we are continuously meeting them personally. We have met the members of parliament, and we have written letters and appeals professionally, like formal letters to Justin Trudeau and Toronto police and other authorities related. And we have requested for and demanded for actually the deep investigation. And it's like we have rejected the police report, and we are like insisting every day that they should find the satellite images. Here in Canada, if a garbage can is placed in a wrong place, the city police comes and tell you. So how our daughter, our sister, a brilliant lady, is kidnapped and missed and then killed and drowned, and there is no evidence, there's no CCTV footage, there is no satellite images, and where is her autopsy report? What was given to her? So we want to know all these things, and till now we are waiting for Karima's like husband has said in an interview that deep investigation is going on. So we are waiting for the result, because
can you talk a little bit about what happens after her body goes back to Pakistan, Naela?
Yeah, it was pain. My God, it was pain, Barkha. I mean, that beautiful lady is frozen, and I mean, people are waiting at airport. I couldn't sleep. We were just waiting her. That, I mean, it's like a child is going to her mom's arms. So maybe she will get some peace there when she will touch her soil. So people were there in front of airport, the elders, the women leaders, Baloch, and I mean, people were waiting at the airport, and from airport they abducted the body. I mean, they abduct our bodies. They did with Akbar Bukti's, Nawab Akbar Bukti's body. Till today, we don't know where he is. I mean, in that coffin, the coffin was locked. And they buried a locked coffin. We don't know where Nawab Akbar Bukti is there in that grave or no. So what they
you're saying with Karima's burial, the family was not allowed to come into the village?
Not the family, not the people. I mean, Karima was daughter of the whole Balochistan. When the people who sacrificed for Balochistan, the whole nation loves that sacrifice, and the people were on the roads they were waiting for the ambulance to come here, and they can pay tribute, and they were beaten up. The women, they showed their feet to us because they were not allowed to go near the coffin through roads. So their cars, their buses, they were stopped, and then they walked miles and miles in the mountains, and then they reached there, and they were not allowed to go near the coffin.
Sorry. Complete your point, Naela. Complete your point.
Yeah, and they showed their fear. They are afraid of our coffins. They are afraid of us even when our died. So it shows their defeat. It shows that they are in a situation of hallucinations. They are not normal today. Pakistan's state, Pakistan's army, and its deep state, they know that they have lost the battle. Today or tomorrow, they will leave Balochistan, they will leave Sindhu Desh, they will leave Kashmir, they will leave Pashtunistan, and they will be the last place they will have is Lahore and Sialkot. From there they belong, and I don't know what's the future of that. But they know it.
I want to ask you a little bit more about the basis of your confidence, but just to jog the memory of our audience, this is an old speech of Karima Baloch, and she was a very strident, passionate activist for Baloch rights. She was a Pakistani dissident, and this will give you some of the sense of her activism and her intervention.
मैं एक विक्टिम के तौर पर यह समझती हूँ कि अगर ऐसा कुछ हुआ, अगर ये बिल पास की गई न सिर्फ ये कनाडा के मुसलमानों के लिए बल्कि दुनिया के इंसानों के लिए एक जहर साबित हो सकती है। और मैं समझती हूं कि पाकिस्तान के हाथ मजबूत जो कोई भी करे, मैं समझती हूं कि बलूच जेनोसाइड में उसका बराबर का हिस्सा है।
Let me bring in Kaiskashan now. The point is, अगर आप एक तरफ कहती हैं कि everything is for sale in Pakistan, but convictions होती नहीं है, तो what is the future for dissidents like yourself?
Look, but in Pakistan, I don't see any future. Pakistan has to be ended now. And as Naela said it before, that was nothing but a British conspiracy to divide India, divide Hindustan, and that's what I believe. My parents or my forefathers, they made a big mistake and they came to Pakistan. And right now in the Pakistan, if you talk about any nation, even if they are Mahajir, they are Sindhi, they are Baloch, they are Pakhtun, they are Gilgit Baltistani, Saraiki, or any nation, no one is happy. If you talk about the religion, Shia, Sunni, Hindu, Isai, Christian, I mean, you name it, nobody is happy except a few Punjabis who do belongs to army or agencies. They're only happy because they are making money. But I don't see any future for myself or for my next generations in Pakistan, because right now, if you talk about the Sindhu Desh, but we are fighting for Sindhu Desh, our freedom, and Naila is fighting for Azad Balochistan. So what we see, we both countries, we are very rich with minerals. Karachi is making more than 65% revenue, generating 65% revenue and giving to Punjab. And same thing, Balochistan is doing the same thing. And if you conclude the whole Sindh and Balochistan, we are giving more than 90% revenue to Pakistan. And if we pull out all this revenue, Pakistan just going to collapse. So we are keep waiting and waiting and waiting. But how long we going to keep waiting for Pakistan to get weaker and weaker? Pakistan not going to get weaker. So we just going to keep getting killed. Karima is not the only person who died. It's next I'm going to be, because I'm on the hit list too. ISI hates me. I have more than 25 cases on me. I have murder cases. I have.
So what keeps you going? What keeps you going? You're sitting there and saying, I'm going to be killed next. And you obviously believe it. So what keeps you going?
It's because I believe that until my last breath, that's what I learned from my leader, Mr. Altaf Hussain. He taught us, like, you have to stand up for the right and wrong. If they already kill over more than 25,000 people because we are Mahajirs, and Pakistan claim us.
So you believe with all responsibility that your life is in danger.
Yes.
Kaiskashan.
And I already tweet about this, Barkha, and I in my tweet I said it. If anything gonna happen to me, like mysterious, I'm gonna just go and jump in the water or anything, whatever is they're gonna do it. ISI is gonna be the one who's to be blamed, because nobody else want me my death other than ISI. So they put so many murder cases on me. Can you believe it? They are scared of women. Even the woman coffin, they're scared of woman coffin. They're scared of, because I'm talking and I'm saying this is right, this is wrong. So I'm just keep going on. I'm not gonna stop.
Let me. It's chilling to actually hear this. So let me just give the last word to you, Naela. I'll ask you the same question. After what's happened to Karima, after what Kaiskashan believes in terms of what will happen to her, after what you said, that you're all ready to die for this larger cause, what gives you basis to believe that this movement will yield a result? Is the world taking enough notice? What makes you think the tide will turn? Last word to you.
This is the justification of our life, that we will never accept slavery of Pakistan or slavery of any kind. This spirit comes from that belief that we are equal humans. We deserve honor, and our honor of Baloch, honor of humankind, we can never compromise on that. So living
But when
in a
you feel your life endangered, when I heard Kaiskashan say that, if I'm going to be next, it was so surreal to hear that for a moment I didn't even know how to react. To just hear someone calmly. I'm sure
when
she's not calm, but she said it matter of factly almost.
Yeah, when one of my friends from Toronto, she called me and she said, "You heard what happened with Karima?" And she said, "We were expecting you before Karima." I said, "Yeah, I thought that something will happen to me. Karima is there. Maharang is there. If something happens to me, Sami and Mahlab and Hani Gul and Farzana Majid, there are so many now in the field. So if something
So
happens
both of you as women believe that your life could be taken any moment.
anymore, and we declare here, Barkha, that we are not suicidal. We can never take our lives. So we are not suicidal. We declare it that if something happens to us, this is the state of Pakistan, state of China, and Iran. They are together.
Kaiskashan, you want to add to that? It's kind of actually unreal to hear both of you sitting there just matter-of-factly saying our lives could be taken.
Yes, I want to add in there, Barkha, because we are survivors, we are freedom fighters. Whatever we are doing, we're not doing for ourselves. We're not going to gain anything for ourselves. We are doing this for our nation because we believe freedom is our birthright, and nobody have right to take this away from us. But in the last moments, I want to say, I want to add one more thing. My leader, Mr. Altaf Hussain, he's under a lot of danger. And one after one, the way they are killing us, Mr. Altaf Hussain is not just a leader of Mahajirs or Sindhis or Baloch. He represents everybody because he raised voice for each and everyone, all the oppressed nations. So I want to get some. He have no security, and right now he is in the hospital because of the COVID. So he have no security, and so I want India to do something about this. This is about time to take some action because right next to you is a volcano is just going to be burst anytime. I'm gonna die. Maybe Naela is gonna be next, or anybody can be next. But we're not afraid because we know that this is not our fight. We are fighting for millions of people, and for Indians too. Because
So
my
you want
parents are
India
from
to
India.
intervene? You want India to intervene in
Yes.
the security of Altaf Hussain? Naila, the last word to you. Like I said, it's kind of almost surreal. I think for our audience to hear both of you sitting there so matter-of-factly talking about possible death and possible murder is actually what you're suggesting. What gives you hope then? What gives you hope that the tide will turn?
Yeah, because tide will turn. Yeah, we will win. If I'm alive or I will be there when Baloch people will raising their flag in the era of liberation very soon. Yeah, I believe it because it's the power in every Baloch's heart that we shall be free and we shall overcome this slavery of Pakistan and the slavery of these international games that keep Pakistan alive and fill money in Pakistan. It will be ended soon.
Well,
It
I
is.
just want to say, yeah, sorry, complete your point.
and
Complete your point.
there was a time when I was very passionate about intervention of India, but today I don't have much hopes from India because 3 times have gone. India has never supported Baloch, and India has always.
The prime minister did make a reference to it in the Independence Day speech.
Yeah, and then after that, what he did.
What do you expect? What would you expect India to do?
Yeah, if we were India, don't do anything for us. Do it for yourself. The terrorism, the fabric of India is just, and the fabric of social fabric of Bangladesh, it's just disturbed by the Islamic terrorists of Pakistan, in Afghanistan also. So the cancer is not only engulfing us or sending toxins to us. The cancer is destroying all of you equally. So don't do it anything for us. Do it for yourself. Take stand. And this is not done that, okay, India has lots of other problems. This is the basic problem. If you can spend those billions of dollars, trillions of dollars on your own people, if you don't spend them on your army, if there is no such neighbor you have. So this is what. But no, India is not ready to take the Indian government, whoever is the prime minister, whoever is the ruling party. Indian state is not ready to recognize their responsibility for their own people, and they are happy in the status quo, and they are happy in this. Pakistan needs an enemy and India needs an enemy, and both are putting trillions of dollars in the armed in the ammunitions and in that industry, war industry, nuclearization. And I totally.
So you do want, you are hopeful of Indian intervention, but so far you feel it's not come. Kaiskashan, do you want to just quickly add to that, and then I do have to close?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Barkha. Barkha, मैं आपको यहाँ पे राहत अंदूरी साहब का एक शेर सुनाऊंगी. लगी कि आग तो मकान घर कई जलेंगे. तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ हमारा मकान नहीं है. अगर आप इसको इस तरह से नहीं देखेंगे, this is our fight. We're not asking India to come and intervene and fight for us. This is our fight. This is our war. हम अपनी जंग हम खुद लड़ेंगे. लेकिन हम इंडिया से चाहते हैं कि एक्साइल में हमारी गवर्नमेंट बनाए, हमारे लिए कम से कम हमें लॉबिंग के लिए हमें हेल्प करे, हमें किसी ना किसी हद तक तो हमें हेल्प करे. और हम कहीं और से नहीं आए, हमारी जड़ें इंडिया में हैं. क्योंकि मेरे पेरेंट्स जैसे हैं, हमारा ताल्लुक यूपी लखनऊ से. My parents belongs to UP Lucknow. So we do belongs to like Modi ji is like our father, our big brother. But if he's not going to do anything, आज नहीं तो कल पाकिस्तान में जो कैंसर है पाकिस्तान को, अभी तक हम ये समझ रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान बस एक छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम है. पाकिस्तान छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. पाकिस्तान एक ऐसा मॉन्स्टर है, और सिर्फ पाकिस्तान नहीं है, चाइना है. अगर आप कराची के आइलैंड्स पे खड़े होंगे तो आपको बॉम्बे की लाइट्स आपको नेकेड आई से नजर आती हैं. इतना करीब आ चुका है चाइना आपके. तो हम तो मर रहे हैं, हम मर रहे हैं. मैं भी मर रही हूँ, नायला भी मर रही है, करीमा जा चुकी है. इस तरह से और बहुत सारे लोग चले जाएंगे. लेकिन ये आग यहाँ पे नहीं रुकेगी. ये आग आपका घर भी जलाएगी, क्योंकि चाइना और पाकिस्तान एक ऐसे माइंडसेट है इनके जो डीप स्टेट का जो चल रहा है, वो यहाँ पे स्टॉप नहीं होगा. ये आगे बढ़ते बढ़ते इंडिया को भी इस कैंसर और इस आग से जला देंगे.
मैं सिर्फ एंड में ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि बाकी सब कॉन्वर्सेशन तो जारी रहेगी. जियोपॉलिटिक्स इज अ कॉम्प्लेक्स बिजनेस, बट आई डू होप वेरी मच दैट both of you remain safe. It's been chilling for me to hear both of you talk about possible death, possible murder. We are here, of course, to talk about the mysterious death of Karima Baloch, and I hope that what you fear for yourselves never comes true, that your voice remains strong and is heard. And I thank you, Naela and Kaiskashan, for joining us, and please do stay safe. That is what I want to stay at the end. Like I said, the geopolitics and that conversation will continue, but it's very, very important that both of you remain stay safe and live to fight another day. Thank you very much for joining us. And to our audience, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow evening now. Thank you and goodbye. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.